A goanna moves through the dry grass, tasting the air, following the scent of life hidden in the red earth. The strike comes fast, a shell cracks. A small sound, but a heavy cost. But weeks earlier, this story began with no danger in sight. Before the danger came, this nest began with a quiet exchange of trust. The mother laid her eggs into the dry grass, one by one, while the father stood beside her. Then, without panic and without farewell, she rose and walked back into the open land. For an emu father, this is where the real duty begins. From now on, warmth, patience, and survival will come from him. He lowers himself over the eggs, drawing every fragile life beneath his body. But in the outback, life is never hidden for long. A goanna takes the air, follows the scent, and learns that this nest is guarded. Night falls cold over the red earth, but the father does not move. Dawn returns, and still he remains a living roof over 9 fragile futures. He rises only to turn the eggs, then folds the world beneath him again. The wind comes hard across the plain. He makes his body the shelter. Days have blurred into weeks, but the silence inside the eggs is beginning to break. And just as life begins to stir, danger returns. The goanna comes closer, this time low, patient, and hungry. The father rises thin and tired, but still taller than fear. The thief lunges for the edge of the clutch. One egg cracks a small sound, but a heavy cost. The father answers with dust, force, and refusal. The goanna retreats, deciding the meal is not worth the strike. One promise is lost. The hot wind moves on, carrying away what cannot be saved. A tiny whistle rises from beneath the father, faint, thin, and impossible to ignore. The first cracks spread across the green shell. After weeks of stillness, life finally breaks through. The first chick enters the world wet, striped, and unsteady. Its first steps are clumsy, but the Outback gives no long childhood. Then another shell opens, then another. 7 chicks live. 1 egg stays silent behind them. Within hours, instinct takes over. The smallest beaks begin to search the ground. The nest has done its work. The world must teach the rest. 7 striped chicks follow the only guide they have. Above them, a shadow crosses the red earth. The father freezes first. The chicks learn from his stillness. He leads them into thorn and scrub, where stripes become camouflage. The eagle passes close enough to silence every tiny voice. When danger fades, the long walk begins again. There is little green here, and every step asks more from small legs. But relief lasts only a moment. On the horizon, a wall of dust begins to rise. The storm swallows them in red wind. 1 chick slips behind. The father stops, hears the faint whistle, and turns back into the dust. The father stops, hears the faint whistle, and turns back into the dust. He finds the chick near the thorns and shields it with his body. When the wind weakens, 7 chicks are together again. By day 99, they are taller, faster, and harder to scatter. They no longer wait to be fed. They search, peck, and learn the ground for themselves. Their legs are stronger now, built for distance and escape. In a land that takes quickly, 7 young lives have endured. Every lesson lives in their steps. Every pause, every warning, every turn away from danger has become instinct. They are young, but no longer new to the world. Across the red land, the small family becomes part of the Outback's rhythm. The father walks on, and 7 survivors follow not because they are helpless, but because he brought them this far.